This video is going to be a quick tutorial on how to complete the elements and principles of AF3D activity Google Slides presentation. So when you go to the Google Classroom for Art Fundamentals 3D, you're going to notice right here there's the elements and principles of art. Okay, I've created this assignment. So right here is the template. So as you can see, each student is going to get a copy of this. You may not necessarily see it exactly the way I do, but I'm showing you this. Okay, and then this is the Art Fundamentals 3D packet. You were given the vocabulary sheet that you taped inside your sketchbook. If I click on this, okay, this is what I gave you. This right here has all the elements of art. It also has definitions. Okay, now you'll notice that two things are kind of left open and not answered. Those are things that you're going to have to look up, but they're pretty easy to do. I mean, it's just a quick Google search and you can find these things really easily. But the most important thing is that I am giving you all of these definitions, the things that you're going to need. Trust me when I say that you're going to need this. Okay, so you have this already. It's good to have it out. Now, here, what you're going to be doing is when you click on the ELPR, which is Elements Principles 3D Activity, it's going to open up. When it opens up, you're going to see all these different slides. Okay, here you can see it says by. You're going to put your name in here. All right, so whatever your name is, okay, you're going to put your name in here. So I'll type in my name. You get the idea, right? Pretty easy. Insert period number. What period are you? You're period 7. Does that make sense? Cool. Let's move on. Okay, then you're going to read the directions. There's a couple pages for directions. This one here I referred to listed on slide 4 in terms of the artists listed. There's slide 4. There's a list of the sculptors. These are just some of the ones that I'm going to ask you to take a look at. Because basically what you're going to be doing, as it says here, is you're going to search for sculpture examples that will illustrate specific elements of art and principles of design. That's the vocabulary that I gave you. Remember that sheet that I just showed you, the one that's taped inside your sketchbook? Those are the elements of art and principles of design. Next, each image you find will be accompanied by a brief explanation of why it is a good example of that element or principle of design. In other words, and I'll show you what that means in a second. Now, this is very important as well, is that one image or example per element or principle. You may not use one image for multiple elements or principles. You also can't use the examples I give you. Okay? So you have to find all these different examples. It's pretty simple. It's not that difficult. So, what kind of images to look for? Remember, you're in an Art Fundamentals 3D class, so you're looking for sculptures, artworks that are three-dimensional. You're not looking for drawings of things, you're looking for actual sculptures, things that are three-dimensional. Okay. Also remember that sculptures are created by artists, so it's very, very possible that you're going to find more than one element in each artwork. Alright, so here we are. There's the sculptors. So these are just some names that I'm giving you. And you can see there's a wide variety, and all of them are really, really cool. So you're going to find examples for everything. But remember, look for sculptures. So here's my first example. So here, the sample element is actually line. Okay? So with this one, I'm giving the element of line. I found here where I found the image. It asks, what is line? Line is a one-dimensional length connected series of points that can show motion. You remember where I got that from? I got that from this list right here. See? Hey, look. It's right there. See how I told you that this is going to be helpful? That's why I gave it to you. So, now how does this artwork demonstrate the use of line? This is probably the hardest part. But what I'm asking you to do is to show me where it is. Don't just write down, there's line right here. Okay? Tell me what it's doing. So this sculpture is an example of line. Again, I need to make sure you can see that, of line, because the artist Keith Haring has used line to accentuate the form of the sculpture as well as to create an intricate design. So see, here the line is creating or showing us the curves of the sculpture, and he's using it to create a design. So that's what I wrote down. Here's an example of a principle. Okay, this principle is balance. Okay, so here, again, I found where I copied the URL and I put that in here. So what is balance? It's a sense of stability in an artwork. Where did I get that? Right there. I'm not making this stuff up. See, it's right there. I'm making your life easy. Okay, so I ask you to define it, and I give you the definition. So you have to go and you have to type it in. Okay, how does this artwork demonstrate the use of balance? And then also which elements are being used to create balance. So this is a little bit tougher. Okay, the principles are a little bit tougher. So here, like this sculpture by Yiwen Kuo demonstrates balance, specifically asymmetrical, by using 3-stepped linear notches. So these are these 3 notches right here. That's why I put the arrow there. To visually stabilize the square-shaped interior window. Whew, those are a lot of big words, right? Well, obviously I've been doing this for a long time, so my vocabulary is pretty big, and I'm pretty good at this. So right now, I'm just asking you to demonstrate how is balance being created. Use your words. Don't just copy mine. Okay, use your words. Show me what you know or what you think. Okay, I am not looking for it to be perfect. I'm looking for you to show me what you're able to do and how you see this. Throughout the semester, we will come back to this and kind of make some corrections. Okay. So here we go. So I'm asking you right here in slide number 9 to search for these elements: line, shape, form, so on and so forth. I got those from the list. Okay. Slide number 8. Here you go. I think I made it pretty easy. I'm telling you, this is the element of line. So source URL, you're going to copy and paste the URL that you find the image on. Here, you're going to type in the definition. Okay. And then here, you're going to give me your explanation. Here, you'll replace the artist name here, and you'll place the title here, and you'll add the image here. Okay, pretty simple stuff. So let's say, for example, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to look at a sculpture. Okay, so let me go back to my list of artists, and let's say, you know what, I'm going to copy Alexander Calder. I copy that. I'm going to come over here. Okay, and I paste that in. I'm going to look at some images. Do I see line? Wow, I see lots of line, right? So I'm going to choose one. Okay, one that really interests me, one that I find really demonstrates the use of line. Okay, and you know what? This one does a pretty good job. So now you can't use this one. So now I could right click and I could copy the image. Okay, I come over here, back to line, and then I could paste. And there's my image. Obviously I have to make this a little bit smaller, right? Hold down shift so I don't change the proportions. And I'm in there, right? Pretty simple stuff. What's the name of the artist? Alexander Calder. And look, there's the name of it, Man on a Wire. So those are the things that I'm going to put in here. Okay? The source URL, where I got it from, I'll come in over here. I could click on visit. And it takes me to where this is. And hey, I could read actually some, I don't want to subscribe. And I could read a little bit about them and where I got this image. Okay. Or maybe it's not in here. Ooh, that's not a good example then, right? Oh, so you have to be careful. Yeah, that's a happy accident. Oh no, there it is. Man on a Wire. Okay, so that's where I got it. I'm going to close these things on because it's a pain in the butt. Okay. So here, copy all of this and paste it into here. Okay? I think that's pretty easy. I don't think that this is too difficult. So that's what you want to make sure that you're doing. Okay? You can take a look at my examples again. I give you these. The light gray are for all the elements, and then the darker gray with the yellow are going to be for the principles. So you have quite a bit of stuff to do here. Okay? If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me or ask me when I'm in class. This will take us easily 2 days to do if we do it properly, we do it correctly. All right, we'll see you soon.